Hello and welcome everyone. I want to talk about the tactics and setup of the Bangladeshi national team in this video in a purely tactical manner. Of course, I'm talking about football. Bangladesh played the match against Bhutan. The team apparently has some tactical similarities with Singapore. They too have a left-sided attack, and this is how the team shaped up, as you can see in the picture. And the fullbacks are in a more attacking settings and a double pivot in the defensive midfield area. Fahmidul had his maiden start in Bangladeshi colours. The national stadium is back in action, and Jamal starts in a very interesting position. Let's get into it. Talk about the roles assigned to each player. I have to speak about the defenders first. Topu Burman is the stopper back of the Bangladesh national team. He's supposed to clean up any forward movement, and Tariq is playing the ball playing center back role. Saad is in a more defensive position, and Taj is a more attacking right back. So the idea is to attack by Taj in the right flank, and Fahmidul will attack from the left flank. And Kazem Shah will initially what he did was he held on to the right wing, but soon the game was a bit different because Kazem moved into the his usual midfield channels. So I will talk about that later. But if we just talk about the assigned positions, Jamal is playing just second striker. He's supposed to drop down and link up with create triangles with Taz, Hamza, and Kazem if the attack is coming from the right, and he's supposed to create triangles here. If we see Sad coming forward, there is a triangle, or he's making a triangle like this. So that was Jamal's job. So I'm not saying what he did, that was what he did, but that is supposed to be his job, I think, because the Spanish setup demands this kind of positioning. And Rakib is supposed to be the number 9, which he's a front man, and he's supposed to pursue the balls that are handed to him by Jamal, Kazem, or Fahmidul, and convert them into goals. Okay, that is the initial setup. We can talk about how it started. And of course, Jamal is in charge of the corners and the free kicks, and he's an excellent set piece taker. I have to comment that, and that is how we got the goal, because Hamza's of course Hamza's header was excellent, but you have to comment the corners because it was placed exactly at the right place, which is very difficult, and you could see from the quality of the corner why Jamal was once considered to be in the Sweden national team. And after he was shot, of course, he lost his physical ability, the kind of player he could have been. We can see that from his set pieces mainly. But how it played out, yes, Taj bombed forward from the right flank, which created initially problems for Bhutan, and Hamza was covering from here. He was moving into this channel, and he tried to give a pass or two to Rakib or Kazem, or he tried to switch the play to Fahmidul sometimes. But mainly, I will say that we didn't make good use of it. Our forwards, our midfielders are not used to the very accurate and very first time, like very quick passes of Hamza Choudhury, and that is a disappointing thing. But otherwise, I think Hamza held his own very well, and throughout the match there was no defensive problems, and Bhutan seemed like uh, they were not existent in the attacking sense. They were only defending, and Jamal and Kazem and Famidul initially for the first few minutes they were very animated. Especially Jamal made some very good runs, which is very surprising, and I am impressed by the positioning of his runs. He was in the right position to take a shot. Of course, we cannot expect that Jamal will score the goals, because that is not what he does. He's a playmaker. He's playmaker in BPL. He has always been the playmaker, but now he's been given this role, and he did his playmaking thing well. He created the goal, but I don't think he did the job for the whole 45 minutes. And I will talk about that more. Kazim Shah initially stick to the plan, and he was sticking to the right wing, but then he moved into many places where it was more problematic for the Bhutanese defender, and he also went to help Fahmidul, I think, at one point when he went forward and gave a back pass, and Fahmidul nearly scored. Okay, and Fahmidul was initially heavily marked. Everybody saying he's initially a little slow. What are you talking about? He was marked by three players. Okay, he is not used to be the left wing, attacking wing, left winger. He is a wing back, and now this is a new role for him. This is a new team for him, and they are focusing on him, the Bhutanese defenders, that he's the Italian guy. He's gonna do something. But the thing is that he didn't do too badly. Despite three marking, he went and did some dribbling, and he got out of the tricky situations and got into the boxes when Rakib took some detours on the right or the left wing, and he came to in support of it and made some good attacks. I think he should have scored a couple of goals. I think he got the chances. The one thing I will talk about, Fahmidul and Jamal, I think they showed promise, but what is the problem with them? And what are we expecting from them? Fahmidul is very left-footed. That's what I thought. And Javier Cabrera was talking about his right-footed shot, which I didn't see actually. I thought he had a very good right-footed shot, and I will see that at some point. But he was completely left-footed, and his crosses were good, and that is what is naturally he should have done. But I don't think that is the technical setup of Bangladesh team, because Rakib is not a very good poacher or something like that, or a poacher type of striker. He's a more of a winger, so I don't think that he's going to challenge the center backs with physical ability for the crosses. Okay, then, and it showed. Fahmidul gave some good crosses, but no one was there to convert it, and no one was charging at the first post either, because Rakib, our best player, what he did was that he had made some runs, and he also tried to follow some long balls from Hamza Chaudhary, but it was to no avail. He mainly excelled when he went to his favorite position, the wings. From there, he made some play, and he created some chances where Jamal got into the box and Famidul came into the box, and there was some excellent play. But I don't think that this is the best use of Rakib at the moment, and or not the best use of Kazem Shah. I don't know if Kazem will ever fit in this formation, because in this formation I don't see him making triangles with in this manner, because that is not what he does. What he needs to do is to get into these positions and play good balls when Famidul and Rakib are in advanced positions, which is essentially what Jamal was asked to do. But I will talk about now Jamal now a bit. Jamal made some excellent runs and great set pieces all throughout the 45 minutes he was on the field, but his presence in the middle, the Bhutanese defenders and the midfielders, defensive midfielders, crowded him out. He was dispossessed multiple times when keeping the balls, and he was given some balls to him in the left positions. She's naturally very right-footed, and in those positions, he didn't hold the ball, and which is very important, because your midfielder at this position must be able to control the ball at least against Bhutan. If you are not controlling the ball against Bhutan, then you are losing the ball in a very critical situation, which will start counter attacks. And I don't think Jamal did a very good job after the 20 minutes. He lost the ball a lot of times. He was just like Sohel Rana in terms of losing the ball, which brings me to the, I think, the worst player of the match, that is Sohel Rana. He failed very successfully to create the triangles that was needed to make the left attacks more effective. And I don't know where he did, if he really went back and defended very well. I don't think there weren't any much attacks by the Bhutanese attacker, because their right-sided attack is weak already. He floated around here and there, and he scored an excellent goal. But 50% of the time, he lost the ball to Bhutanese midfielders. If you are losing the ball to Bhutanese midfielders, which is, I don't know, they are not very good. They are not very strong. They are not even stronger than Sohail Rana. Then why are you losing the ball to them? And that was our main weak point. Jamal and Rana losing the ball in the middle to Bhutanese midfielders, and started some counterattacks. If they were good and their midfield and their wingers were fast enough, they would have been dangerous. But since it's Bhutan, we got away with it basically. And Fahmidul was much better. Kazem was much better. They were much better at keeping the ball, but Jamal and Nana failed miserably. After the break, uh, Javier Cabrera practically fielded a new attack. The defense was the same, but it was a new attack. And the defensive midfielder Ridoy covered very well for Hamza Choudhury. I think he's defensively very solid. He always has been. He's the most contracted player in Bangladesh. He has a 3-year contract with Abahuni. They gave him all the money and they wanted to keep him because he's the best defensive midfielder in our league. And I think his performance was pretty good. And I don't want to talk about Pranay again. He was even worse in the second half in terms of ball possession and ball winning and those kind of things. Fahim tried something. The main problem with Fahim is not that he's not fast as Fahmidul. Many people are saying he's slower or something. He's not dribbling well. He is a very good dribbler, and he is a very fast player. But what he's lacking in his final delivery. His final delivery is pretty poor, and his final delivery uh, sometimes is underweighted or sometimes is overweighted. He's doing it too fast or too slow, and also he doesn't think. I don't think he's thinking about his deliveries before he is doing those things according to the pitch and the heaviness of the pitch and everything. He just gets into the positions and does his pass, and he thinks that his job is done. I don't think that is very good. In those terms, Fahmidul has much better qualities. His crosses are much better and his passes are much better and his positioning is much better. So I think Fahim did not do as well as Fahmidul, definitely in terms of the final ball quality. The biggest disappointment was Morsalin's new thing. He's of course tried to do new things, but the formation demands that you bomb into the box and try to take first time shots. What he is doing now, he's getting the ball somewhere in this region and trying to dribble in and take a shot. Man, this is not BPL. Okay, this is international football where national teams are playing. You are not R9. Okay, and if you are trying to do that, you have to do that more consistently in the league. You have done it for 2 games now. You think you are R9 and you are dribbling against a national level defenders. That is not working. He's not taking the shots quickly enough and he's not moving into the positions quickly enough. This is a worrying sign. We have to depend on Mursalin in terms of getting those goals, because I don't see that Jamal, Kazem or Fahmidul, who are not natural strikers, getting the goals that easily. And Alamin was very good and he tried to do some striker things which created doubts in the Bhutanese defender's mind, but I think the lack of creativity from Ibrahim made it very easy for the Bhutanese. They marked him out very easily. Ibrahim is a regular scorer for Bangladesh national team. Many people don't know that. That is why he is in the team. But I think that Shahriar Imon, that the boy that played in the last match in against India, he did much better against India. He was a very potent presence in the D box and in the wings. I think he should be considered. If you are looking for a winger, then Shahriar Imon is a much better option than Ibrahim at the moment, if you consider form and everything. I think Mitul Marmad made a good save in the end, and it was fine and dandy. But Topu and Tarek both lost the balls and then had to recover, which was very silly because Bhutan wasn't doing anything, and Bhutan tried to make a fancy move, and they succeeded. So I don't think that Topu and Tarek kept their concentration all throughout the game, but then we were in a winning mentality in the end. We have won the game. That was very unprofessional, I think. In the end, I think that the first half 11 is going to be the 11 that we are going to start with, and that is with very good reasons. I think Morsalin will come into the match because I don't think they are scoring from open play. We can score from set pieces if that is in our luck, but we are not scoring from open play. And then they are going to throw in Morsalin and they're going to throw Alamin, and I think Rakib has to move in the right wing area at that point, and then I think we will be in a better position to score. If Alamin is provided the balls by Fahmidul and Rakib, then we have a better chance, and Mursalin might do his usual long range shots. I don't see many goals against Singapore because our finishers, I don't know if we have finishers, they are not clinical enough. They have never been clinical enough, and this problem is going to haunt us. If we somehow get a goal, we are going to win 1-0. Otherwise, it's going to be a nil-nil draw, which has more opportunity of happening, nil-nil draw. But I think that we will win 1-0. That is my prediction for the game. And I think it will be an enjoyable game, and I hope that we win. Then our interest in football will grow and our football will develop. This is something good for us, and as a nation we will be able to express us only not by this couch party cricket where we mainly pedal Sakib Tamim drama all the time. It's a very refreshing change and I love it. I hope everybody enjoys the game, and this is the end of the video, and if you like it, leave a like, comment and share the video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.